Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 and we're taking a look at the Legacy Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Blade Blaster. Now, the Blade Blaster is a type of roleplay toy that I've been actually wanting to get for a long time, based on the original property of Power Rangers, not because of the fact that it's the original series and those other various reasons, but because I really like the design of the Blade Blaster and what it did in the show. Now, unfortunately, getting a hold of the 2010 Blaster, it was a bit underwhelming and a lot to be desired, and it was the only reason why I got it. I did end up selling that a couple years ago, but as much as I wanted to get the original release and the 93-94 release, unfortunately, from what I could tell, it was actually quite fragile, and a lot of the blasters are even broken from either the electronic compartment, the teeth, or the fact that just other various problems that the original blaster had. So it's cool to finally get a hold of the Legacy Blade Blaster. Now, what's also cool is that because it went on sale for around $50, I was actually able to use some Toys R Us rewards coupons and get it for around $30, which I think is quite worth the price. The $80 price is a lot. I understand why it was priced as that, but it was just something that I couldn't afford. So it's nice to actually get a hold of this Blade Blaster for a pretty good price, actually. Now, just to let everyone know here, for those who don't know, it is a Toys R Us exclusive. I'm pretty sure, from what I could tell, it might show up in other stores at one point due to the Diamond Select deal, but at the moment, it is still a Toys R Us exclusive, and I think it actually is on Amazon or something. But other than that, that's pretty much it for there. The box is the standard kind of window box that we've seen with the Legacy releases. It shows Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original logo here again. It says Legacy. The Blade Blaster obviously has a picture of the Red Ranger there. On the back, it shows just the stuff that it can usually do and all that. And the box itself is still really nice, and I really enjoy what Bandai America's team has done for the artwork and try to replicate the original style of the older boxes. Now, obviously, the original box actually contained the Power Morpher, which was obviously sold separately in the Legacy release, but it's still cool to actually get a hold of this Blade Blaster. Another thing that's cool about the Blade Blaster is because it's once again a part of the Legacy line, it does have some die-cast pieces, some of them including, if I can tell, I think this tip piece is die-cast. The blade itself isn't, but the tip piece is here, and the teeth pieces are also all die-cast. Another good thing is that it is pretty close to 1-to-1 scale. I'm pretty sure it is closer to the prop size than it's ever been on a regular toy kind of release. And it does transform into the other modes with no issues, which is nice. It also has a lot of sounds associated with it, which we'll get into now. Here is the on and off switch here. And it does have a confirmation sound when you turn it on. And what's cool is that the blasts aren't like your standard blasts, because normally when it comes to the kind of toys that have blasting sounds, they're usually just one sound and just cycles through them. This one does something a little bit different. It does have just a standard blast sound, but it has something else extra attached to it. So here we go. So as you can see, it has a second blast. Now, what's also really cool about what they've done with the Legacy Blade Blaster release is that it's not just the regular standard kind of blast sound on top of that, because it will repeat as many times as it blasts, up to about 5 times. So here we go. And also, obviously, if we do more times, it's just going to repeat the first 5 times and then just end there. So there we go, just to show it. So as you can see, it doesn't have any other sounds after that, after the 5th blast. Now, I'm not sure if you were able to tell from when I activated the trigger earlier, but not only does it activate the extra blast, it actually goes in the sequence that how fast you actually pressed it. So here we go. If we do it slowly, it'll do this. But if you do it faster, so you can see it repeats in actually the same speed that you actually activate the trigger. So that's actually a really cool ability it has. Another thing is that this blaster does also have the standard MMPR theme, but because it's pretty much all well known that these will have that sound, and the fact that, well, most fans have heard it millions of times. I'm actually not going to be playing it in this video, but if you did hold on to the trigger, it will activate the MMPR theme. So we're just going to show it off, and that's it for now. So that's it for this mode. However, what's cool is that you can transfer it into holster mode and or blade mode. So here we go. It does have a secondary sound when you transform it either way. So that's cool. And then Another cool thing is that it actually has another sound when you pull out the blade itself. To pull out the blade, you pull on this trigger here and then push it up. Another sound actually plays when you pull out the blade, so that's really nice. Now, you do kind of need to do another step. Sometimes it will do it for you, but sometimes if you do it like this, as you can see, as long as there's a little bit more pressure when it pulls out, it will actually fully collapse for you there. However, sometimes if you do it a little bit weaker, sometimes it actually does not attach fully, so it looks something like this, as you can see. Then you would have to fully press it. But that's it for that. So, to activate the other sounds, you'll press the trigger in this mode, and then it cycles through about 3 different sounds, from what I could tell. So, that's pretty much it actually for the blaster itself in terms of electronics. I think the best part about this is that because it is like this in the standard kind of holster, if you add another holster that you could just put this in, it will look really nice in it. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit heavier than the standard blasters because of the die cast, but it's definitely more close to the prop, and I really enjoy what Bandai America has done for this. The only thing is that I really wish it did come with the holster, since you're spending about $80 for it. I mean, that's understandable why it wouldn't come with it, but it would be nice to at least come with the holster too, so you could put it in there, since the Japanese release of this actually did come with the holster. Now, I was actually surprised still that the Morphin came with the buckle, so it would have been cool to at least see the holster. I'm not really expecting the whole belt, obviously, to go alongside it, but it would be nice to see the holster to just put this away in storage. So, that's pretty much it for the Blade Blaster. Now, obviously, it does lack a lot of sounds. It doesn't really have much to it, but at least it has the appropriate stuff that it can do, and it works nice as a prop and something you can put on display on your shelf and so on. So, at least it's got that. So I highly recommend picking this up, and due to the fact it has been reduced, it's going to be going out of stock soon for what I can tell. So if you actually are looking forward to this, then it's the best time to pick it up now before they're all out of stores. It is available on the website, I think, as of this recording. I'm not sure, I haven't checked it actually recently, but hopefully you'll be able to get the Blade Blaster, and it's definitely worth around the $30-$50 range rather than the $80 range it was going normally. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hirotaku, which I've listed down below, and this video will be up there at one point. Also, please check out me on Twitter under Darkon633, and please check the other channels down below to see what else is in store from my other friends' channels. But, anyways, I'll be back to bring more Power Ranger reviews and various other reviews in the near future. But for now, I'll be seeing you YouTube. Bye.